All right, let's talk a little bit about some current events here. First of all, manufacturing is flat across America. Trump thought that his tariffs were going to bring more manufacturing back domestically, but in fact what they did is just chased them out of China. So what's going on is a lot of manufacturing is moving to India. Vietnam is a huge place that you see a bunch of new manufacturing because ultimately manufacturing will find the cheapest place to manufacture, and it's unfortunately not here in the US for most things. That's not a problem for us here in America. In fact, what we ought to focus on is high tech, developing new innovations, getting more efficient, and as we do that, we'll be able to be a high tech manufacturing hub. We won't have to manufacture commodities, and that's what you're going to see is going to other countries where there's a much cheaper labor source. So the second thing that's come out here in current events is the WeWork update. What's going on with WeWork? Well, amazingly, WeWork put out their new plan. They said they're going to hire or expand by 70% in 2020. This is going to cause massive problems for them where they're just going to lose more money. In addition, what they did, which is kind of interesting, is they went out and said they were going to fire 2,000 workers. So they fired a number of workers and then offered a number of workers an alternative. This is something for all of us small business owners to think about. What they did was they outsourced. They took their workers off of their payroll and said, you can go work for this other company, still doing virtually the same job, but we're going to pay them and not pay you anymore. This is interesting. What they could do is they cut out all their employee benefits, insurance costs, overhead, amazingly, the workspace where the people were being employed, and all of these costs ended up being a big cost savings for them. So consider what are the things that you can outsource to other people at maybe a slightly higher cost on paper, but when you add in all of the other benefits and all the other costs, it's actually an overall much lower cost. That was something we could learn from WeWork this week. Finally, there's a couple of other things that happened. Holiday sales came in flat to down at the malls today. What we're seeing is an instant reaction in the stock market, and what we're seeing is a massive shift in the economy that we've seen over the past few years from terrestrial sort of retail to online-based retail. And that just continues, and that trend is just going to accelerate as we move forward. And who are the big winners in this? Well, big winners are Amazon. Believe it or not, big winners are also Target, who has made huge inroads into their online sales, and Walmart, who is doing a great job online as well. When you see these big players and they're starting to move more online, you're seeing fewer people into their stores. This is going to be a massive change for all sorts of things in our economy moving forward. And you want to think about how that impacts real estate, how it impacts shipping and trucking, how it impacts reusable materials like cardboard and other things. All these things are going to be impacted by this massive shift from going to the malls, where we used to go on Black Friday, to now going onto our computers.